Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, and it is a Monday here, and it is going to be super, super hot again today. So I'm trying to get everything done. It's about 7:30 in the morning at this point, but I've got Gandalf and I've got the six little roosters loose. Look at him. Look how big he is. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get him in here. I don't know how I'm turning this because I can't see what I'm showing. There he is. Hi, baby. Hi, babies. Yeah, all my little black roosters. All my little black roosters are loose. The older girls do not like Gandalf, and so when he approaches them, we just saw Copper Top and him kind of go at it, and she thought she was going to, like fluff him down, and she didn't. But look at little Gandalf. Him's not so little anymore. But anyway, I'm letting everybody run loose. I'm going to fill up some extra waters out here today so everybody has water. I have frozen watermelon. I have some cut watermelon that we'll share with the animals later on. Um, there's frozen blueberries and things like that to put into the water to kind of get it, keep it cool, but also they can find a treat in there. So I've got some other things to put in their water. Frozen corn. I've got some canned corn. We're gonna do whatever we can today to keep everybody cool. I have frozen hot dogs for the dogs, and I know that sounds horrible to feed them, but let me tell you something. When you have dogs like mine that get super super hot, and you give them a hot dog, you're cooling them from the inside out, and that's what they like. I do have an extra air conditioner that they put in yesterday in the living room, so I can swap and I can bring um, Tashir in. Like yesterday, she took a 2 hour nap in the bedroom where the portable air conditioner is. She took a 2 hour nap so that the girls could come out and go potty and eat and drink. And then I took a shower. And oh my gosh, we had like 2 hours of no Tashir acting the fool. So, what I will do is she's outside right now. She slept in the bedroom last night with me. She's outside. I put her out about 4:30, quarter to 5. So I'm going to let her stay out here until the sun hits her kennel. Then the older girls will go into their kennels. She will come into the house, eat, and then possibly take a nap so that way we can rotate the girls back and forth. So it's all about rotation. Solomon, on the other hand, he's going to be getting cold water continuously through the day. I will be hauling up buckets of water for everybody. Little Stinky the possum, Raw, and the Indio gigantus, as well as some of my broody hens, are going to need a little extra because they're contained. They're not going to have the free range that everyone else has. Come here. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Come here. What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Yes. You're so pretty. Yeah. Are you enjoying your time out? Hmm? Well, you got tangled in my necklace. Hi, Gandalf. Hi, Bubby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, hothead. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, my goodness. Look how big he is. Ah! Oh, my goodness. Honey, you're going to get hurt doing that. Anyway, it's a zoo around here. So everybody that's contained will have to have some extras. I will take special pieces of watermelon to my broody hens because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 broody hens. I wish someone needed a good setting hen because I have yearlings, I have a 2 year old, and I also have a 3 year old that are broody right now. Oh my gosh. So I wish I knew someone that needed a setting hen because let me tell you, I've got him. But it's so funny because Gandalf is protecting his little brood of little roosters. It's just so cute. Is he protecting you? I swear. I love being out here. So, anyway, it's Monday. Garbage, towels, dishes, and I'm going to boil some shrimp today and make a cold plate for tonight. I'm thinking maybe some tuna salad, um, I don't have any celery, but I do have some things I can use. I have some bamboo shoots, and I might drain them, chop them, mince them, let them chill, and add that to my tuna salad today. So I'm going to make a cold plate to go with the rest of the watermelon, and what we don't eat, they can have. So the next couple of days is just keeping everybody cool. All right, I got to put this up. I can't take it anymore. I had it down for a little bit because I went to bed with it wet last night, and I was making sure that it was dry because it's going to get wet again with sweat. So there we go. That's it right there. Isn't that pretty? I want to talk about something. I've seen a lot of people talk about civil unrest, and a lot of people confuse protest with civil unrest. And I often try to put that in perspective. Okay. You know, protest should be peaceful, it can be loud, it can be many, many people, but the bad apples that come out and perform during protests and vandalize and cause problems, those aren't protesters. Those are the criminal element that need to be taken care of. Period. I that's a fact. What are you doing? I'm going to tell you something. Well, okay. There's a little bit of problem right here. I've got two little roosters going in the brooder barn, and I've got one of my yearling hens in there trying to get them out. Anyway, civil unrest. Criminal elements should be taken care of. But when it comes to protest, you have MAGA saying these people they're being paid, they're doing this. Were the protests at January 6th being paid? I mean, they could have been. And as far as I know, some of them might be ICE agents at this point. Just saying. Some of the protesters that were released. I've thought that since the beginning. What do you want? I don't have food up here yet. You guys should be out hunting. Anyway, there were protests about wearing masks. There were protests about not taking a vaccine. There were protests at Trump trials. Did I think that was civil unrest? No. I just thought it was people that didn't know reality and didn't accept reality, and I just blew it off. I'm not going to step into the realm of saying that civil unrest is something you shouldn't be prepared for because I do believe that. I do believe you should be prepared for anything at any time that could possibly happen in every scenario. And a lot of people say, well, then you're no different than MAGA. Well, I am different than MAGA because I believe in rights for everybody. I believe that we shouldn't have religion in legislation. I believe that when you start taking away rights and you read Project 2025, that's something I could never live under. Just saying. But this thing of civil unrest, I've seen a lot of people put it on their thumbnail, and I probably or the title, and I probably will on this one, just because. If you are afraid of civil unrest because people are protesting our presidential regime, you're a fearmonger. And you're trying to cause fear because people don't accept what's going on. They even tried to cut the numbers down of the protest numbers. I believe they're trying to say it's 5 million like it was on another one. when in reality it was more like what, 13.5 million protesters on the No Kings Day. And there's a reason for that. Because there is a percentage, if there is a percentage of protest, right around 13.5 million, there's a little bit of difference. So they're trying to cut the numbers of protesters. They're trying to scare protesters. They bring in the National Guard, they bring in the Marines. They're trying to scare protesters. It has nothing to do with anything other than trying to suppress people's right to protest. Simple, easy to see. But when these influencers use civil unrest but don't give you exactly what that means, in my opinion, civil unrest would not touch the rural areas until people were not able to find food or if someone was chasing them. If they feared someone or something like a regime. You get it? And if these people that feared this regime came to my area, how would I respond to that? It depends. Why are they running? What? Oh, he's trying to get up and Gandalf has a hard time getting into his little thing. Oh. Gandalf! He's trying to get in the barn. He made it. I'm going to have to do something. I told my husband, and he was starting to get up there pretty well, but now he's having more trouble again. My husband was going to build me something for him. So I need to figure it out. I told him a cinder block would be fine, and he's like, well, all of the cinder blocks are taken. Okay, back to this. If people came into my rural area and they were running and they were hiding or they were trying to find food, it would be a determination of how I would deal with that. But I am prepared for it. But to use it as a way to suppress protest and to not understand that people do not believe the way that you believe, I think is a false flag. Suppressing protest, in my opinion, is very much against our Constitution. Hi, Miss Annie. Hi. Oh, don't you chase my little roosters. Don't you chase my little roosters. It's little orphan Annie. Let's see her. She's the chick that last year Dottie hatched out and then abandoned. So we called her Little Orphan Annie. I don't know if this is going to sit back up again. I had it propped. Oh my goodness. Okay. You're a pretty girl. Anyway, how would I deal with civil unrest, and do I believe it is civil unrest right now? No, I do not. But I will say that there will be civil unrest in the sense that they're going to use the wrong definition. They're going to use the wrong definition for civil unrest. Protest is not civil unrest. Protest is protest, period. That's what it is. We are protesting a regime. We are protesting a king. We are protesting ICE. We are protesting all of the things that are bad about this administration. And there's a lot bad about this administration. If martial law is called, I would say that would be probably the worst scenario in the cities. And if I lived in those cities where there is protest, not civil unrest, but if martial law goes in, I would want to make sure that I have everything in my home that I needed so I wouldn't have to make extra trips out. Um, so I wouldn't have to be in the element of the martial law that could be put in place. Make sense? So when people talk about civil unrest, they're trying to get your attention. They want to throw out propaganda that is exactly what the Trump administration is doing, is trying to suppress protest against his regime. Period. This is not civil unrest yet. But you start martial law and you start more military invasions into cities for this crazy roundup, I guess. You know, they keep saying we want to take the criminal element out. The the criminal immigrants, the illegal criminal elements. But when you call immigrants to their immigration office for a meeting and they do exactly what they're told and they've worked and they've got a family and then you cuff them and take them away to God knows wherever, that's not what it is. Hi, babies. Easter. Come here, little girl. My older girls are turds. I have one little rooster, and I know he's the one that was just so loving and funny, and he wants to hang with the three little girls, so he's always there. There's Easter. Let's see if you can see her. Can you see? Can you see? And they're blending. Oops, there they are. They're blending pretty well. My older girls are a little bossy, but that's why I took Raw out of the picture, so that way that everybody could run loose and have fun. Looks like Gandalf is still inside, probably because he's trying to eat in peace. Oh, really? This is really fun sitting out here. That's why I'm like enjoying this. Well, I've got to go because I have a little civil unrest going. Plus, I need to start hauling buckets of water up here. I don't have a hose that fits all the way up back here. That's my goal for next year, is to make certain that I get enough hose on clearance this summer to have hoses that will run all the way up here and make it a little easier on me. But this year, it's hauling buckets. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Stay cool if you're in a hot area. And keep your heart warm, but keep a cool head. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance.